Hello everybody, welcome back, and a very special welcome to anyone joining us for the first time. And we're going to sing Jesus Shall Reign Where'er the Sun, but probably not to the tune you're thinking of. First of all, please make sure you're watching the right video. There is one each for singers, soprano, alto, tenor and bass, and a separate one for all the instrument players. This one is for all instrument players. So if you're a singer, please go back to the playlist and select the right one for your voice part. Jesus Shall Reign is of course one of Isaac Watts' greatest hymns, and it's still sung a lot these days. It was actually something that he conceived as a metrical version of Psalm 72. But Isaac allowed himself a very free hand indeed, and these days we tend to think of it as a hymn. Now this is a very good example of a situation where a hymn is quite strongly associated with one particular tune, and yet out there, back almost 200 years, there is a fantastic tune which is even more suitable, and that's what we're going to do now. This hymn tune, Gibraltar by W. J. White, about whom all we know is that he came from St Albans, is one of the most exuberant and joyful hymn tunes I know, full of excitement, flourish, one could even say playfulness. It's got a fuguing section and a great finish. If you don't know it already, once you've got it into your head, I'm sure you'll love it. Now, before we start preparing this, here's some guidance on how to record yourself. If you're very familiar with all this, please feel free to skip forward in this video to the point shown on the screen and pick up after I've given this advice to those who are a bit newer to this process. So, firstly, again, just make sure you're watching the right video. This video will play the music and also a guide track for you to sing along to, with a click track to help you keep in time. Now, if you prefer to sing off a printed score, or if you're a musician who needs a transposed or an extracted part, all of these are available in the Dropbox folder to which you were sent a link, or if you haven't got that, you can email me and ask for the link. My email address will appear at the very end of this video. So listen to this video on headphones and then record yourself singing or playing either on your smartphone or on a recording app of some sort on your computer. Most computers come with a fairly basic one, which is not too bad. Maybe by now some of you will have got yourselves a USB microphone or something a little bit better. We only want the audio, there's no need to create a video. If you are using a smartphone, don't hold it right against your mouth or your instrument, just to avoid distortion. Please try very hard to avoid getting any kind of background noise, such as traffic rumbling or ticking clocks or even watches. And don't put the microphone or smartphone that you're using anywhere near something else that makes a noise, such as a laptop or a computer with a fan. This is so that we can avoid getting a kind of hum or a hiss on the audio. And please make sure that the recordings only have you singing or you playing, and that the guide track itself is not audible on the recording. Now, this isn't a very long hymn, so if anything goes wrong early, you might want to start again. If anything goes wrong further into the hymn, you don't need to abandon it. Just keep going, stay in tempo, very important. Don't stop the recording and then pick up at the next verse, and then at the end sing or play the verse that went wrong and send that in as well. So, orchestra, let's get ready to play this one. The style of this piece is confident and brisk. It's exuberant, it's cheerful. That's what we want to hear. You will play through the verse once, and then it's straight into verse 1 with the singers without a break. There are 4 verses, but verse 3 is unaccompanied, so you get a little rest there. Please observe the dynamics which really relate to line 3 of each verse, where it builds from a slightly quieter start to a louder finish. Now in the last verse, which is verse 4, we repeat lines 3 and 4 with crescendo, growing louder each time to a full fortissimo at the end of that. And at the very last time, there is a dramatic pause just before the last phrase. You'll see it in the music. Whole bar rest, everybody freeze, and then a nice ritardando finish. Follow the click tracks, they will slow down and they'll bring us all into land together. So you may want to watch the rest of this video and maybe do a little bit of practice. But when you're ready, come back to this point in the video, get ready to start recording and to sing or play Isaac Watts' wonderful hymn, Jesus shall reign where'er the sun does his successive journeys run. His kingdom stretch from shore to shore till moons shall wax and wane no more, to the wonderful tune Gibraltar by W. J. White of St. Albans.